Yep, I got it pulled up.
Yep.
On OBS.
On Discord.
On OBS on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay.
Just to let y'all know. No dirty words.
Okay.
Without pre-approval of the filter. I don't know. I don't have a filter. I don't have any fucking thing set.
That's going to be difficult for me.
Wait, you're on YouTube right now?
Yes, sir. And I'm trying to do 1440p. That's the whole thing, is that I worked on OBS for a month before getting it to, getting the bit rate down to where there wasn't that much lag, but you could read the menus and stuff, because typically streams are garbage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I forgot to set 4 laps. I'm so used to setting 2 laps now. It's a weird feeling, man. I guarantee you it will. There you go. 4 laps. So I got to stop in the second lap no matter what. All that shit's still the same. I guarantee you the sound will glitch even if I don't crash. I don't know if the pit stop changes that. And I also have to test someday if the pit stop allows me enough time to pee without losing time. Because you got to set up, as soon as you pit, you got to set up how much fuel goes in the tank and hit go. So like a little bit of falderall before you do the tank fill.
Mhm.
And it depends on how fast you are in the menu. But typically if you set it up right, you don't. It's like if on a full tank you come in after 2 laps, you've got 1/8 of a tank left over. So I got to remember how to figure that out down to the wire to reduce pit stop times and see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, sorry. Okay. But yeah, man, I've even tried the sidecars. Did I tell you guys about what they did to the sidecars?
They're not
No.
running them.
So, sidecars this year got some rule changes for the Isle of Man. First of all, they're based on 600s, like CBRs and whatnot. I think the CBR is the most, oh shit. No restarts. The CBR 600 is the de facto motor to go to for your power. And so some people could afford more research and development, etc. You can buy your horsepower, right? And on those outfits, that is 90% of the game. It's like a car. Bikes are different because it's been, oh fuck. Between the ears on bikes, it's 90% rider, 10% machine, right? In cars are the opposite. Because even Lewis Hamilton can't save an ill set up vehicle. And, Travis Pastrana can ride around an ill machine, you know what I mean? He got that Suzuki. He got that Suzuki into the fucking championship. Not the winner's circle, the fucking championship box, you know what I mean? He took a dog, won a championship on it, right? His last one was on a underdog Suzuki, right?
Yeah.
Same with Alessi. Didn't he win a championship on a 4-stroke Suzuki in outdoor?
No.
He came really
He was when that's when he had that big crash at Red Bud, and then he was never the same after that.
I saw for the first time this week, like on Tuesday or something, a clip of him coming
Getting
up
ran
the
over?
crest. Yeah, but from behind in the broadcast, not the shitty kind of spectator cam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No shit.
Yeah, a very clear, like 1080p clip of him from behind, and the announcer calls and everything. It was
No, yeah, he was leading the points, I think, at that moment, and he was having a pretty
He got
good
knocked out,
run.
and
Like,
did he get a medical concussion protocol taken out? 'Cause he
yeah, and he was not this. That's when he started declining and becoming the whole shot and anchor guy.
Right, the Freezy took over. Jeff Alessi, Mike Alessi, and Freezy.
Yeah,
Artists at that, getting a whole shot. But since there's no check anymore, Freezy's a villain.
yeah.
Alessi became a villain too. I mean, for good reason.
And you know what's crazy is they were all good. They're all good people. Like, I hear people say that Freezy's a good person, like off the track, like nice as fuck. But like,
Dude, yeah.
Put a helmet on some people and that changes. Oh, dead.
Everyone loves Freezy in the pits, just not on the track.
yeah. Same with Alessi though. Like, Alessi was super nice when I met him up in Canada for nationals.
I don't know. There's kind of a vibe around that whole truck. It's, hey, what's the matter with a big chain, yo? And
It's his dad. His dad wasn't allowed to. His dad wasn't allowed to be up in Canada when he had that Kawasaki ride.
I mean, Tony himself is no fucking walk in the park, right?
No, he is. I haven't met Tony. I actually did an interview when I was 13 years old.
You interviewed him?
Yeah, I interviewed Tony because I wanted to be. The reason why I have MX Rewind as my name is I wanted to be a filmer.
Right. Now you had shit like that. See, now that's cool. Go on.
And yeah, I had a website, like a free website. I never owned the domain, so it was like .something.com.
Right.
But yeah, I was blogging my local races. This was when like blogging was a thing too. I was writing articles. Kind of like Brotocross, but I was writing articles, and I did an interview. I had emailed. Somehow found Tony Alessi's email, and I emailed him asking if I could interview him, and he said, "Yeah, just give me your questions." And I asked him a bunch of questions, and
Have you ever
he
done a
answered.
two-parter?
What's that?
Have you ever done a two-parter like that where it seems and feels like you're in the room with them? Like you do a two-part correspondence, and so like you send the first batch of questions and tell them ahead of time, like, I want to come follow up with a second batch, like we're in the room together, and maybe even having cutesy little quips at what your answer was, like, and then you can respond as if we were in the room together, so that I can respond, air quotes, real time, and then, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking about that.
The thing was, I was only like between 12. If I can remember, I was between 12 and 14. So I literally just sent a batch of questions, and he answered it, and then he had Jeff and Mike answer it.
This is where that guy died yesterday.
Oh. But I never told Mike. I've kind of forgot about it for a long time, and when I actually met Mike up in Canada, I never I never got around to being like, "Yo, man, I interviewed you back in the day."
I think Tony
I just
revealed the real problem back when I first started understanding, knowing, and even listening to Pulpamex. I had no idea who that guy was. I might have recognized the name Mathis from results back in the 80s, because
yeah.
being someone who first saw dirt bikes racing in 86, I got to know two generations of names. So Don Michelia was racing our local motocross with Monty Hill, and Tiger Lacey and Storm, Mike Storm. And so my
No, you're good. But yeah, Jeff, part of Mike's deal with Kawasaki up in Canada was that his dad was not allowed anywhere near the rig or at the races.
He's that toxic.
I guess so. Like I said, I've never met
Oh, that's
Tony
what I was
or
going on
Jeff.
about. Yeah, Tony on that Pulpamex where all the sound drops come from. And there's a truck ring in MX Sports. You've never heard of
Yes.
that? Oh my god. That
Yeah.
was- that's
Him
what-
and,
that's what put Pulpamex
him and
on the
Mike-
map.
Him and Mike Grundle are both on that. Grundle, his son owns Alias.
Oh wow. That's part of
But,
that. Oof.
so I actually grew up with Eric Grundle. He was from New England. He was a big racer.
Yeah.
Well, then his dad pretty much had like stakes higher up in Planet Fitness and sponsored the Geico Honda, and that's why Geico Honda ran Alias, was because Mike Grundle was sponsoring them through Planet Fitness as one of the title sponsors below Geico Honda. So with that, I think was part of the contract was you run my son's gear,
Interesting.
which is why Alias was prevalent then.
You know, I wouldn't rule out cocaine in the Tony situation. That behavior was very cocaine adjacent,
Right.
if you will, based on my fucking 40 plus years of experience witnessing that and being taught valuable lessons by watching addicts before I knew what it felt like. And when I finally did feel it, I knew why I saw this behavior. It's a very, very powerful tool that unfortunately you can't take the chances of trying to equip people with experience feeling what it feels like and saying, look, now you can't go chasing this. What do you mean, dude? That's the best thing I ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very slippery slope. You can't trust. You can't. So it's really fucked how some of that shit drives industry and greed and power structures in our fucking lives.
Mm-hmm.
Sex and cocaine is a frighteningly prevalent theme in power and money. Underage.
Oh yeah.
Especially. Shit, the guy that made Ren and Stimpy used to joke about it in interviews. And lots of underage girls. Back in the 80s when it was funny, right? And I think now the word is canceled. And that guy got canceled. He's one of my heroes. I mean, Jesus Christ, Steve McQueen himself was very cancelable. His wives describe how tragic it was to have such a wonderful person, but being so fucked up. When you know what caused his damage, you're like, oh, dude, I'm so happy you turned out that great. What do they call that? The orphan's life.
Mm-hmm.
Out on your own at 12 or 13 with a $5 bill and a pair of jeans and some paper wrapped up in, a little bit of clothes wrapped up in paper. And you're sent off to a boys' school because you won't make it in hometown. Yeah, you do kind of get defensive and develop antisocial behaviors and reactions, chemical dependencies and whatnot. So not trusting women. Oh my God. When it's the mom, it's almost worse. Rarely do you get both that stay and create the damage. It has to be death or abandonment early. And then, I'll tell you, listening to this Dalit podcast has really helped me learn to mechanisms of a monster. Because a lot of the 50% of them are telling us corrections on our versions of history that we've been taught. Oh my god. Oh, that smells so good. But yeah, man, it's don't know your heroes. Let's just put it that way. There's a few of them, man. My favorite one is Freddie Spencer, a GP rider, won both GP titles in '85. So he raced the 250 race, two-stroke era, monster 500s, and he was testing everything for Honda that he could. He loved riding, and he became their poster boy for really good feedback on their machines. And so from like 83 on, if you rode a Honda, it had Freddie Spencer in it, and he was this devout Baptist out of fucking Shreveport, Louisiana, this really devout
Yeah.
religious family that raced. The whole family would race on weekends, and he started on those little Honda 50s that you can fold the bars down and put in your trunk. I can't remember what those were called. Just a mini 50.
PW? Oh, wait, Honda?
It's those little fold down handlebars, and it was.
Oh yeah, the Moto Compactos.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, they make them still. It's like a suitcase thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. This was a late 60s, early 70s version of that where
Yeah.
the bars had these Bakelite dials that, yeah, it might have been quarter turn, it might have been a coarse thread that you unscrewed, and it allowed the bars to slide back into mounts and then rotate 180 degrees down out of the way. And you wouldn't have to undo the cables or anything. It would just bend in the cable housings, you know. And
Yeah.
I think that was it. All you had to do was fold the handlebars down. It would fit in the trunk of your Mercury Marquis or whatever, those big cars. And so our neighbor had one of those. But I mean, there's pictures of Freddie Spencer with the goofy open face helmet with his ankles on his jeans all taped up with duct tape, and then wearing construction boots, you know, and the standard
Yep.
humble beginnings. And so yeah, in '85, he would race the 250 Grand Prix. He would test and set up both 500 and 250 machines, and then race both classes on fucking Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey,
Yo.
I had to make an emergency pit stop. I just shit my whole ass.
that's fun to do. Just wait till you add hemorrhoids to that, and the cleanup is just absolutely wonderful. This is great stuff for the stream. This is definitely not.
Oh yeah, you're streaming.
Hey, there's one
I just-
watching. I don't know, maybe you
I
can
just
tell.
sat down and dropped that on the whole world.
Well, the thing is, there's always, it seems like there's always one person that connects. I've got a mystery fan, and I can't get any chat or any description, and the algorithms don't tell me, and it's amazing. And I always talk to them. There's always one person there's always one. It's weird. Who is that one? Is that my daughter? Is that my granddaughter? Is that you, Emily? Oh, here comes the competitors.
So, how long's Braden Carter been playing the game for?
Good question. On the forum, a very roundabout way of looking up the UIDs,
Mm-hmm.
and you can sort by the number, and maybe even search the name. You can do the name search in.
I think if I go on RF,
Yep.
because I know he races pro.
Now, sometimes people have had to get a second
You didn't know, did you, Alice?
I don't even know who Braden Carter is.
He's a mid to newer rider, right? Mid, you know.
He's one of the top. He's one of the top guys currently. Like he just won Fox Raceway.
Oh,
UID 18235.
Yep, right up the middle, right?
oh, he's right
Yeah.
around me, like right before me.
And when did you start?
2016.
Yeah, so he started around then. Yeah.
JLB tried to warn off trying to date Blair, but that's in the first couple thousand UIDs, I think, because of the way
I didn't.
the paywall.
I didn't. I did not realize that Jeremy Squabro was.
There's a higher up number. Squiabro.
Yeah. 884 UID.
Oh, really?
I did not realize he was that OG. And still racing.
It's been really interesting to see what I could have gotten for a UID when I decided to stay in demo hell, because the demo used to include a tracked mode, you know, where it just starts automatically, shows you a race with a full gate. So you know how even on a machine that's chunky, a full gate of riders can start to affect the frame rate, right?
Yeah.
So back in the day of Celeron 466s and shit, and 512 megs of RAM was a lot, I was crippled by the auto starting demo. I remember starting it up and just going, oh no. Because it would show a full gate drop from the side. The first camera was looking down all the front tires, right? Very dramatic. And I didn't know. And so I uninstalled it and went, fuck this for now. I was so bummed. And but then
Tyler-
later on, I tried again and got rid of all the, you know, when you start diving into this endless deep dive that Sim is, there's still commands we don't know.
You know who else has a super low ID and I didn't even know? I thought he was like a newer, well, not newer, but like around my time player. Tyler Hockey. Tyler, he's got a 108.
Yeah, that's the early teens, right? They released
No,
it
10
late in November 07 or 08 is when he started selling it.
That's what I mean. He got copy 108.
That's amazing.
That's a low ID. That's the lowest one on RF right now that I've seen. I guess a lot of people back then still play this game.
Well, what's funny is how
Tyson didn't qualify.
some people just turn their back on this shit. Like that'll be their downfall, or it's like I don't have enough time in my life. It's a weird,
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. I guess not many. You know, I fail in plenty of other stuff because of my extremely wide bandwidth. So I can understand the fear of that. Someone is barbecuing, and I just am driven mad right now. I guess it might have been long enough I could eat.
Reed Young didn't realize he did. I remember Zach Prokop used to be a big
Oh, yeah.
upfront runner.
Well, I mean, Shack Attack, you know, Brian Haskell owned it for the first 2-3 years, right? And then,
Yeah, well, Prokop was after 2011 because he's got a higher UID than me.
interesting, yeah.
Tyson didn't even qualify.
Shack, it was Fresquez, right? After Shack. He dominated
Yep.
Mikey and Jones for a while, but they were small bikes, right? And then the Barrys. And,
Yep. Devin Ryan, I don't remember him. He's also up there.
School.
Yeah, Devin Ryan, he was qualified 24th.
I got that weird, what do you call that? Savant thing about names. They just stick with me.
Jeremy Seabolt.
Oh yeah, that's.
He was a squid. Yeah, he was trouble for a long time. I banned him from a couple of my races.
Yeah, Jones and Mikey were totally bannable cunts for a while.
Oh yeah, Jones 221.
He and I were fucking tooth and nail on the forum and got my first ban for saying something about. Oh, I had a Photoshop picture of a kid getting pinned in wrestling where his head sticking out from under the sack of the other wrestler who was on top of him, like 69.
Yeah.
And I photoshopped Jones' face into it, and I got banned for a week because JLV knew that I was old and knew better. And Jones got the best of me, and I was totally grilled, roasted, and cooked up on this.
There used to be hashtags on your signatures that people would be like hashtag free Jones.
Yep. Well, he got 3 or so. He got unbanned out of permanent bans twice. 'Cause he
What
was
the
so-
fuck?
Yeah. Oh God, he was a talk about polarizing figure. But eventually.
Yeah, but he was always on Vent and stuff with the boys. So like,
Before Vent, though, I was trying to think of this. We were trying to think of this yesterday or the other night or something. Before Vent, there was not Firefox. There was Mediafire. Mediafire is.
Yeah, that's fine.
no, it was Vent.
That's a
No, it was Vent.
It wasn't Ventrilo. It was before Ventrilo, and it was file
Team.
sharing. You could do file sharing, and there was a war. It was between, and it started to take too many resources, and then they found Ventrilo after that. Ventrilo had video and pictures, right? Because you could have like what Discord has, whereas. Quick little either a thumbnail or a little video circle of what your webcam shows and divides the screen up into partition segmented little screen areas. God, what the hell was it called? It wasn't Mediafire. It was like Firefox or something like that, but I don't know, it might have been Mediafire, but it was VoIP file sharing, and you could fire up your Battlefield 2 from there and meet up, and it was pretty cool, and it got bloated. We went back to TeamSpeak. I was with TeamSpeak forever until Discord. Skype for a minute.
Yep.
I remember using Skype for a long time.
Yeah, before Discord, because then I went away from it forever. It was like Battlefield had it built in. It was at EA, and the Battlefield front ends had it, and so it was so much more clockworthy to not have a separate VoIP when you already got it built into the program.
I'm surprised. I thought Burkeen was also an OG, but he's got a 10,000 ID.
And catching up to somebody. He must have crashed. Yeah, I remember them calling him Burger King like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. He's back. He stepped away for a while.
I knew who Aaron Plessinger was from the game before he got announced on TV. I didn't follow him at all through Off-Road or any of that. I had no idea who he was until MX Simulator. I recognized that name and saw it on the roster. And, one of those took across discussions.
Well, then you had Jeremy Smith.
Right.
He was another pro that played the game. Not like a top pro, but
Okay, right. Like Brian.
but he was. Yeah, number 309. Yeah, he would qualify for 450 nationals.
Huh. There was another kid who came on and was the first to ask for help with funds, and I gave him $25-$30 or whatever, and happened to run into him at Washougal. The same day I saw Todd Gutierrez, TG photo. He was embarrassed because, you know, I was not the most popular guy in the forum. Probably, you know, there's still like, you know, fucking
Yeah.
forum troll. And so, you know, he was telling me about his business, photogging and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I can't remember that guy's name, but he dislocated his shoulder in a crash, and his mechanic and him were pushing the bike back, and I recognized him and his number and his bike and shit. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man, I let you down." I'm like, "No, man, I'm glad you're still able to even walk or whatever." He was really cool, and he was a player.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him. It wasn't just like logging in to get follows and likes and shit.
Yeah.
What's really cool is I'm getting better at multitasking here, and it's going to help my track knowledge. Talking over writing, I usually can't do this. I'm on kind of a manic high because the dentist went so well this time.
What are you having done?
Oh, I just, after 10 or so years without any dentistry, just a bunch of catch-up stuff. I lost 2 molars, and the rest are like fractured or literally broken cusps. And so we're getting all caught up with, he did 2 root canals, or he did a root canal, and 2 broken teeth that had roots remaining. He extracted the rest of those. And so the last 2 were, you know, the root plane and scale, where they take a vibrating, like the little metal pick they use on your teeth to scrape
Yep.
and look for stuff. Take an ultrasonic head and power that, right? So now that pick has got an ultrasonic vibration on it. And so when they dig under your root line and it's spraying water, they have to numb you up for it, and it creates a pretty good amount of blood, but it makes up for lost time. And so last Thursday, the night before, I had that procedure, but I felt like absolute shit on Thursday, hammered shit. And
Oh, boys, we're in business. I got the model lined up.
oh, with your
Let's go.
is that so you have a layer or whatever and a mask layer or whatever, and you got to put the graphics on that and line it up with?
No, go and look at the image that I posted of the bike. That's what it was exporting like.
I'll pause in the pits, but I guess I could pause this game. But now the sound glitch is prevalent. Oh, look out! Don't hit me.
Get a screenshot of what it looks like now. I still gotta line it up a little bit better.
Oh my god! Someone's cooking and it's killing me. It's sound glitching now too. I might just pull in. This is my second lap. That's really weird that I eliminated almost all crashes now. Certainly doesn't come from forgetting where I'm going.
Alright, there.
I mean, you memorized 30 miles of road around your house, I'm sure. The road to Washougal, it's a fun one, and there's a lot of turns you probably look forward to.
Dude, I don't memorize 30 feet out of my driveway.
There's something about that that's always been a challenge to me, is memorizing long circuits. Once I learned about like Spa in the late 80s, and they'd show a clip of the cars heading off into the woods. You're like, God, what does it look like back there? There they go for another 6 miles into the Belgian countryside. You're like, well, it's before in-car cameras were any good. Before they used to have to bolt an entire movie camera with the film magazine on the roll hoop to get any decent footage. All right, that's a good time to stop.
Slayer doesn't.
I have to eat anyway, so I'm going to stop this stream. I'm dying here.